What stayed when everything else got quiet? I used to think silence meant something was wrong. Now I know better. Silence is just the place where things stop hiding. My life didn't fall apart. That's the part people don't understand. Nothing dramatic happened. No collapse. No rock bottom. It just thinned out. Work stayed. Responsibilities stayed. The structure stayed. What left was noise. I noticed it one night when I came home later than usual. The apartment felt the same, clean, organized, and completely untouched by anyone else's presence. I sat on the edge of the bed longer than I needed to, not tired, just unwilling to move. I realized I hadn't heard my own thoughts in years. That's when she entered my life. Not like a disruption, more like a pause. Her name was Claire. We met through people, that vague social overlap that doesn't mean much until it does. She didn't try to impress me. That stood out immediately. No performance, no urgency, just attention. Our first conversation wasn't memorable, which is exactly why I remembered it. We talked about ordinary things, schedules, commutes, the parts of life most people skip past in stories. But she listened, not politely, intentionally. I didn't notice the shift right away. It happened slowly. I started noticing when she wasn't around. We began seeing each other without labeling it. Dinners that weren't dates, walks without direction, time that didn't need justification. She asked questions I wasn't used to answering. Not invasive, accurate. "How do you rest?" she asked once. I laughed, then stopped, because I didn't have an answer. That silence stayed between us longer than most conversations. I started realizing how much of my life was built around movement, productivity, progress, forward motion. Stillness made me uneasy. She seemed comfortable in it. One evening, sitting across from each other, she said something simple. "You don't disappear," she said. "You just leave yourself behind sometimes." I wanted to argue, but nothing came. That night, alone, I thought about past relationships, how they ended, how I explained them. I had always framed it as incompatibility, timing, circumstances. But now I saw the pattern. I stayed functional, unavailable, safe. Claire didn't ask for more than I could give. That was the problem. She noticed what I wasn't giving at all. Weeks passed. Nothing broke. Nothing escalated. But something pressed. She didn't chase closeness. She allowed it, which meant I had to choose it. One night, after a long day, I almost canceled. Habit. Exhaustion. She looked at me quietly when I arrived late. Didn't accuse. Didn't soften. Just present. "I don't need to be prioritized over your life," she said, "but I need to be included in it." That sentence landed heavier than anger ever could. I realized something uncomfortable. I had learned how to be reliable, not how to be available. The difference mattered. I started staying, not physically, emotionally, letting conversations linger, letting pauses exist, not filling space with distraction. It was harder than any argument I'd ever had. She saw me hesitate, saw me choose. And one night she said, "This isn't about me being special," she said. "This is about you letting yourself be seen." That sentence stayed with me. I began noticing myself differently, how quickly I shut down discomfort, how often I deflected. Being with her didn't fix that. It exposed it. There was a moment, small, forgettable to anyone else. We were sitting quietly, no phones, no plans. I felt the urge to leave, not physically, mentally. And instead, I stayed. Nothing happened, and everything changed. I understood something then. Connection isn't built in intensity. It's built in tolerance for stillness. Claire didn't save me. She didn't soften me. She stood where I could finally see myself clearly. Not every relationship is meant to last forever, but some are meant to teach you how to stay. I don't know what happens next. That's honest. But I know this: when everything else got quiet, what stayed was me. And for the first time, that felt like enough.